All right, Derrick, we know pole day's been moved to Sunday afternoon. What's different about qualifying this year than the last 100 years?
Quite a bit, Robin. Saturday is about getting in the show. It's about your order to pick your pit position for the race, which is very important here at Indianapolis, big long pit lane. And you want to get that over and done with and get into Sunday's qualifying. Sunday, all your times go away. And Sunday's all about where you're going to start on the racetrack at the start of the race.
Okay, when you say all the times go away, but the Fast 9 from Saturday will be the Fast 9 going for the pole on Sunday.
Of course, on Saturday, the Fast 9 are taken out of the qualified cars on Saturday, and they go for their last session of the day on Sunday to determine the Fast 9 and obviously the pole position out of that. We're taking 10 through 33, if we've got 33 cars qualified, 10 through 33. They are going to, in Group 2 on Sunday, line up and run as fast as they can to get as high up the grid as they can possibly get. The Fast 9 is going to complete their run at the end of the day on Sunday, and they're going to position themselves on the grid from the fastest to the slowest will start the race on track. So you've got, if there's 33, if there's less than 33, you know how it works. If you've got more cars than 33 cars, then on Sunday they get to run for the last row of the grid. So instead of one car being bumped, the last row, if there's more cars or cars that have failed to be able to make an attempt on Saturday, they get a chance to go on Sunday.
Okay, let's take the worst case scenario. Scott Dixon or Tony Kanaan, one of your big names, crashes on Saturday. Can they still have a chance for the, they can't have a chance for the pole on Sunday, but they can have a chance to start 10th?
Yeah, I mean, if a team fails to make an attempt, and that's really what the key thing is, something goes wrong, there's no way the qualifying system is going to exclude them from having one attempt. What it does mean, as you rightly say, they get a chance to run on Sunday, and they're going for the remaining positions on the grid. So it would be 30 through 33 would be the vulnerable places. But because they didn't qualify on Saturday, they're actually starting from the back row at that point.
What about payoffs? Is there going to be any more money involved? Will it be paid off on Saturday and Sunday, or just one day?
Yeah, there's points. Big part of the qualifying, there's points on Saturday, no points for most of the field on Sunday. Only the Fast 9 get additional points on Sunday. But you've got points, and there is a payout for the Fast 9, of course.
Okay, so let's say I go out on Saturday and qualify 27th. Then Sunday my speeds are raced, and I can go for 10th.
You go for as high up the grid as you can get. Yep, 10th is the highest because the Fast 9 have locked in that 9 from Saturday. That's where it makes Saturday really important, because you want to get in that Fast 9 because you're going to get more points and you're going to guarantee you're up there in the 9. If you're not, if you're back in 27th from Saturday, then you're going for the highest place you can get, which would be no more than 10th at this point.
What about Saturday, Derrick? Do you think everybody will get 2 chances, 3 chances? What do you anticipate? Or is there a rule? Can you only try it twice? Or
no, on Saturday there is, it's open. You can have as many attempts as you like. The weather's maybe going to play a little bit into that, but if you look at the whole field and look at how long it takes to do the runs, it's going to be like 2.5 times the field right now. Could have 2.5 attempts. Obviously, if it's pretty cool, we may give a warm-up, maybe one more lap of warm-up so they get the tires up to temperature. So that will cut into how many attempts you get. So for sure there's probably, and that's including some, full course yellows or red flags or whatever, qualifying. It's probably 2 attempts for every car, I think is realistic. Whether the teams really want to take that or not, that's entirely up to them.
do you think there was a talk of having 2 lines, 2 qualifying lines? Is that still going to happen?
Yes, it is. And the purpose of that is, if I go out and qualify, I'm Saturday, say I'm 27th, like you say, I'm 27th there, and I think, you know, I can go better. So I'm going to put my car in the line that which we call is in the field. The cars that are in the field that want to make another attempt are going to line up on one side of the entry into the box to go out and run a second lap. So they're going to wait their turn and go all the way to the front of the line, make an attempt, and if they go quicker, they advance their position. If they don't lose anything. So there's no loss in doing that. However, if you get down to that 5 to 6 o'clock time when temperature's just right and you think you can really get in the fast 9 or can improve your position because of the temperature, you may decide, okay, I'm going to make another attempt. So there's a big lineup for all the cars that are in the field that are making second attempts, and you see the time running out and you say, I want to get in there ahead of them. I'm going to withdraw my time, risky move. I'm going to withdraw my time, and now I move to the front of the not in the field line. Because the field, starting the race is only guaranteed after you've made one attempt. If you withdraw that attempt because you want to get in a fast line and get out the last car out there at close of the day when the temperature's really good and you think you can do it, then you withdraw your time and you go. So it's a fast track to qualify. But there is a risk to that. So we've made provisions to have 2 lines if teams really want to get ahead of the pack. Because you know what happens here is you got a huge line, and some people are going round and round. You know, they put their car to the front, and then they take it out and put it to the back, and they just eat up time. So in this way, fast track it, you can get right to the front of the line, make a good spot at the best part of the day.
2 final questions. Will you have a bump? And what if Roger Penske and A.J. Foyt come to you on Saturday and say, I'm going to put another car in the field, I want to try on Sunday morning. Will they be able to go for the 10th spot? And do you think you'll have bumping?
Well, we certainly want to have as much competition as we can. If they came to us and said, look, we want to put a car in, and it was a car that was already entered, so their spare car or something like that, we'd certainly make provisions to let them do that. However, because they didn't do it on Saturday, they'd be fighting for the last row. They'd be fighting for those last 3 positions. The only other provision, as we've seen here in the past, is if the promoter wants to extend and make a 34 or 35th entry, starting the race, promoter's always got that option. But as far as IndyCar's concerned, the car's entered, it's not run before, it's never made an attempt, and they presented it, we'd probably make time available, but they would be going for the back row. We wouldn't be going anywhere else.
And they have to tell you that on Saturday. They can't show up on Sunday morning.
They'd have to tell us that on Saturday. They'd have to, right after practice, they have to commit to putting that other entry in, and there might be a few of them. This year's been especially hard on the teams, so we don't have as many entries as we've had in years gone by. There's a real struggle for the teams. We've lost a couple of team owners, so things are a bit tough out there, but the teams are really going at it. The competition is no less than it's ever been here. Teams are really up their game. I think the level of preparation and competition is higher this year than I've seen in many a year.
Okay, Muppets, class is in session. What do we do for qualifying? It's a brand new deal. Saturday, everybody's trying to earn a right to race in the 98th Indianapolis 500. How do you do that? Well, if you're the Fast 9 in qualifying on Saturday, you move to Sunday's Fast 9 where you compete for the pole. Now, what do all the guys do on Saturday? They get to compete for points, money, and pit positions. Okay, let's fast forward. Let's say I'm 12th. Well, I move into the group that goes from 10th to 30th on Sunday. That's if I qualify 12th on Saturday. Bear with me here. What if I qualify 32nd and 34th? What do I do then? Well, if there's some extra cars, we're going to have some bumping on Sunday, and those people that are 31st, 32nd, 33rd, 34th, and 35th are going for the last row only. So let's say defending Indy 500 winner Tony Kanaan blows an engine on Saturday, or Scott Dixon cuts a tire and smacks the wall, and they don't post a time. Well, they're not out of luck. They're out of luck to make the pole or start up front, but they'd come back on Sunday, and they'd be going for the last row with whoever's left. What if Roger Penske or A.J. Foyt says on Saturday to this guy right here, hey, we want to run another car? Well, Derrick's going to give them the okay, but they're also running for the last row. So will we have bumping? I'm not sure. Could you have a lot of drama on Sunday? I think it's still possible. You're certainly going to be going for the pole on national television, and you might have a big scrum for the last row. How's that?